Yeah, hi. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, just a little bit of my thoughts and just a little video. I'm good since I'm gonna have some time now. Because this fucking virus, I'll try to do some videos whenever to wrestling or whatever. First of all, happy Memorial Day to everybody. Well, it's not Memorial Day yet. It's Memorial Day weekend, and also happy Eid Mubarak to everybody, all the good old Muslims. I'm a proud American, Muslim American nationalist myself. Even though, again, unfortunately, life is not the same at the moment. We can't enjoy our Memorial Day or fucking goddamn Eid and shit. But what can you really do, Just fuck China, fuck Corona, and fuck the fucking government. But again, just like fuck the government in general. Like they were saying, like literally, fucking here in New York, they're saying, oh, go outside. Don't fear of hanging out anywhere. Yeah, literally when there's people who were actually trying to social distance at the time, it was a problem back then, but it's not a problem now, right? Give me a fucking break. Now y'all fucking, y'all just dumb, man. We can't enjoy our fucking summer. Summer 2020 is fucked up. It'll be fucking retarded if we just literally after the summer, you're gonna have school happen. Like, come on, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you might as well just continue this remote learning shit. Anyways, so yeah, let's talk about Seth Rollins, ladies and gentlemen. So Seth Rollins he basically said that the Undertaker character won't work today's wrestling. Some people are probably saying, why are they bringing back Undertaker? Like apparently people thought that that's what he said. As much as, again, I hate Seth Rollins, he is right, unfortunately, of what he said about the Undertaker, and this is my thoughts why. So yeah, basically he said that the Undertaker character wouldn't work at today's wrestling, unfortunately. Which is why I want to also talk about today's wrestling and today's fans. Unfortunately, he's fucking right, because, let's be fucking honest, today's wrestling fans are a bunch of fucking retards. You know what I mean? And when you got a lot of fans who are pretty smarky now, especially with the world of the internet, when now we have this, the YWC, the IWC fans, people in the, unfortunately smarky fans. Sure, no, not every fan in the YWC, IWC is a smart and shit, but because of these fans, unfortunately in general, just how the world is now, it's gonna be hard for like a next Undertaker to happen. The beauty of the Undertaker character is that it was all kayfabe. Like Undertaker, the man, Mark Calloway, was able to fucking keep a kayfabe. You know what I mean? He didn't. He debuted at a time when there was no fucking goddamn internet to ruin spoilers and shit. You know what I mean? Plus he kept kayfabe. He didn't fucking mess around on fucking Instagram it now. Like now he's fucking Instagram and shit. Like Instagram and fucking Facebook or Twitter. But he's retiring soon, so he gets an excuse to do that shit. But like, if a wrestler was to debut nowadays, and they were supposed to have some dark evil character, it wouldn't work, because like now, unfortunately you have to be on social media and stuff like that. It's fucking retarded. You can't have a next Undertaker, unfortunately. You can't have someone who's like a fucking dark wizard, fucking, dead man. You can't do that shit anymore, unfortunately. And unfortunately, people are gonna get fucking offended, and just think that, why do you act like dark cartoon characters? That's the problem with smarks, They hate characters, They hate guys who actually, like, if they're, like, they act like a character, they hate that shit. You know what I mean? And especially they hate guys like Undertaker. They hate guys that look like Undertaker. They hate guys that, that look big, are big, doing power moves. They rather like this whole shitty wrestling shit. They like wrestlers who do, who look like, like, they look like fucking small indie fucks. They like everybody who's from the fucking indies. They like all these fucking wrestlers who are midgets that are doing kicks and flips and crap. And they like also this shitty wrestling nowadays. They like all this shit in wrestling where, if you fucking, doing pile drivers, you kick out it too. You're fucking doing all this shit. They like all this stupid crap in wrestling. That's why I'm also making this video about how today's wrestling and today's wrestling fans suck. Because unfortunately, it's really because of today's fans why you can't really have the Undertaker character work in today's wrestling. If you have some next Undertaker, you can't really have a next Undertaker. Because why? Because you can't. It's just fucking how society is now. And because they'll actually get offended. If fucking, the internet was around back then, they would get offended that the Undertaker was crucifying fucking goddamn, like Stephanie and shit. They'll get offended over that shit. They'll get fucking offended about the whole Big Boss Man incident and shit. Like, you know, they'll get offended over that crap. You know, it's like you can't do shit like that, unfortunately. The Undertaker will forever be the greatest character in wrestling, and it honestly was the perfect time that, you know, he debuted in 1990. If he was to debut here, like, fucking 2020, it will fucking work, unfortunately. Because it's fucking pathetic. You know, it's fucking pathetic how that world is now, but you know what? We could definitely blame, unfortunately, the internet, and we can definitely blame, unfortunately, smarky fans. Because here's the thing, unfortunately, smarks, they hate guys that, you know, they hate, like, guys that look like legit. They hate guys that, you know, that look like masculine and fucking, you know, legit tough guys. They want guys like losers. They want, like, guys like James Ellsworth to get pushed, for fuck's sakes, or Mark or Stunt Act. They actually want that shit. They like guys who, you know, a Daniel Bryan more than fucking a Roman Reigns. I'm not saying fucking, you know, Roman Reigns is great and shit, you know, or Daniel Bryan is not terrible, even though I don't, like, in reality, I'm sorry, he is kind of terrible, Daniel Bryan. Like, he only was good when he's, like, a heel and shit, but, like, it's the fucking truth. They like guys who are, like, midgets, you know? But if a guy, you know, who looks, like, legit, who looks, you know, who looks like a fucking big dude, you know what I mean? They hate guys like that because, oh, you know, it's not because, like, you know, it's like a fetish. It's not like, you know, being attracted to men. It's just like they look like badasses. They somehow hate badasses. I don't know why. You know, they hate badasses. They hate guys who look legit tough guys and actually doing, like, wrestling moves and doing realistic punches. You know what I mean? But if, like, it's okay if they see guys doing fucking, you know, anime shit. They like fucking dumbass wrestling where they'll be flipping and kicking and fucking, you know, kicking attitude of everything. Stupid false finishes in the fucking match. You know, doing pile drivers, kick out of two. Like 2 pile drivers, 3, whatever fucks. You know, all these dangerous looking moves that can end a match, but oh, kick out of 2 and they'll end the fucking match in a cheap clothesline. You know how fucking dumb that is? Like how wrestling is now? You know, there's no wrestlers that have established movesets anymore. You know, The Undertaker was perfect. Like, at the time he came, you know? Great character, you know, like, great persona, you know what I mean? He actually could talk, even with or without Paul there and shit. You know, and he worked, and his movesets worked for him, you know what I mean? And plus, he didn't need to do flips every fucking match. When he did a fucking dive, when Undertaker started doing a dive, that was special. You know, that was special for WrestleMania. You know what I mean? Like, that's actually special. Now you got that in every fucking match, which makes, like, WrestleMania less fucking special nowadays, too. It really is sad, you know? Like, that's why, you know, and plus, like, it's just a great character in general, The Undertaker, you know what I mean? That's why Undertaker's my favorite of all time. Like, just, you know, just great character, persona. You know, he gets it. You know, he was around at a time when wrestling was actually good. Nowadays, you don't got fucking wrestlers that fucking get it. You know, you got these wrestlers just fucking doing stupid shit. You know what I mean? Just make... You know, people are saying that how wrestling evolved. No, wrestling hasn't evolved. It's the fucking fans that fucking think this stupid shit. It's this it was 2020, guys. It's 2020. No, it's not. It's not 20 because it's 2020. Okay? Fucking wrestling's always been the same shit. It's just fucking the dumbass fans we have nowadays that call themselves real wrestling fans. They are making wrestling seem like this fucking way. No, wrestling hasn't fucking changed. You know, like the fucking idea what works for wrestling hasn't changed. It's unfortunate to fucking fans, because they think this shit. They think stupid shit. They think that, you know, wrestling has evolved. It hasn't, people. It's just the fucking dumb mentality you guys have, and unfortunately the fucking types of fans you have now, especially because of the fucking internet. That is literally why, people. You know what I mean? That is why. You know, that's why fucking you can't, like, you know, you can't have stars anymore. You can't have legit wrestlers being badasses and shit, you know. They were rather fucking cheer for fucking, you know, metrosexual fuckheads. You know, like, that's why. That's why fucking the fans suck today, and unfortunately wrestling sucks today. Because it's just, you know, no actual fucking badass wrestlers with characters and shit, and actually fucking, you know, with legit storylines and shit. You know what I mean? And again, by the way, characters and storylines, what matters first before the stupid wrestling matches. Because how the fuck you care about the matches without the characters and stories? You barely get that shit now. You know what I mean? That was perfect when The Undertaker came. Even though, like, yeah, like, oh, damn it, character. But, like, he made it work. He made it work. But like it also worked when it's like kayfabe and shit. It would not work if let's say you give even with this what Karrion Kross dude, right? Karrion Kross, he's supposed to be some dark character, right? How can you really make that character? Honestly, here's the thing. Or you know what? Another example, Aleister Black. Aleister Black's supposed to be some demon, right? He's supposed to be a demonic character, but he uses social media. How the fuck is that gonna work for him to be a star? You know what I mean? Aleister Black, he's supposed to be some demon character or something. Or even Finn, you know how fucking Sparks like to talk about Finn Balor? Oh, Finn Balor, he's a demon, man. He's not a demon. Especially when, you know, most of the time he wrestles in without no fucking shitty makeup and shit. When he wrestles with just his gay old self. I'm not hating on Karrion Kross, even though I do think that name Karrion Kross is stupid. He used to be known as Killer Kross, but like, you know, it's just whatever. But like, he got potential, but like, will he really work with this nowadays, with this whole world where like, you know, like, how the fuck do you keep kayfabe? Unfortunately, yes, kayfabe is dead. It's really sad. That's why fucking The Undertaker worked back then, because of kayfabe. It's not just like kayfabe, it's just, you know, he was able to fucking, you know, and even, you know the thing is, even before Undertaker got on fucking Instagram and Twitter, or where the fuck he uses now, you know, even like during this day, you know, like before he actually started having a Twitter account, like 2017 or something, right when he was apparently he was supposed to retire at WrestleMania 33. Like that was actually the original retirement apparently that he said. Even when before that, he was actually off Instagram and fucking Twitter. He was keeping kayfabe. You know what I mean? He was actually keeping kayfabe. We don't get wrestlers like that anymore that keep kayfabe and shit. And then, you know, so that's why I would say, like, you know, yeah, Rollins is right about this shit, but here's the thing. You know, it's also the fans' fault and how wrestling is nowadays, where you got a lot of stupid shit. Like, wrestling is just stupid now, unfortunately. So you can't make wrestling all badass. That's why people are not watching anymore. But it doesn't help with this fact that, you know, Seth Rollins is saying it. Because, again, Seth Rollins is part of the problem with wrestling nowadays. Because he fucking sucks as a ratings killer. You know, sure, he's saying the right fucking shit, but he's part of the fucking problem. That's what I have to say. I don't know what else to really say. It's just I think I said what I have to say, you know? But yeah, Undertaker rules. Unfortunately, he's right, though, you know? It wouldn't work today if you have to literally give a guy the Undertaker character. You know, yeah, it would be ripping off. But, like, literally, if you give the guy the Undertaker character, it sadly won't work. You know what I mean? It just won't. It's sad, but, you know, what can you really do? You know? Especially with, you know, the backs, you know, you get the fucking dirt sheets and stuff. It won't work, man. Even if the guy stops, like, doesn't even use social media, it will just, like, not work. But I don't know. It's just, like, whatever. You know what I mean? That's why it's just perfect that The Undertaker debuted when he debuted. So, that's why The Undertaker's always going to be the best of all time. And wrestling sadly won't be as good as it used to be. You know what I mean? Especially because, like, how you got these dumbass fans thinking, oh, wrestling evolved. Like, every match gotta be so long, stupid, retarded 5-star garage fests, you know what I mean? That'll just entertain like a crowd in a garage fest. Like literally, that is like it's just to try to appeal to the indie fans. That's what it is. That's what wrestling is now. Just all this indie shit, and that's not gonna draw ratings. Why do you think Raw and SmackDown get the lowest ratings now? It's not because it's literally because you know you got these guys from the indies. I'm sorry to say it, but it's the truth. You know, and it doesn't help and that's why it's okay. There's not a problem with a wrestler being from the indies. You know, originally Seth Rollins was cool because he was in the Shield. That was a good thing about wrestling, the Shield. They were an example of what was good about wrestling, but once you disband them and they do their stupid shit, who the fuck cares about you know, those guys now? Because, you know, they're doing indie crap. That's why I call it the indie mentality. The indie mentality is that literally, you know, what they're doing in the fucking indies, they're not changing for the better. They're not changing for what works in fucking WWE, the big time wrestling shit. That's why wrestling nowadays sucks and is getting the lowest ratings they do now. You know what I mean? Because they have that indie mentality, these wrestlers. They're not doing anything that fucking helps draws ratings. You know, it doesn't, yes, creative sucks, I get it. You know, people will say creative sucks, but in reality, it's fucking both. It's both the wrestler and the creative. Because just everything fucking sucks, people. Because literally, here's the thing, even if you have good creative, right? Who the fuck is gonna buy into the fact that Finn Balor is a badass? You know what I mean? If you're trying to make Finn Balor a badass, that ain't gonna fucking work. Look at fucking Drew McIntyre. Now you're trying to make the guy fucking work as a badass? Who cares? You had him lose to jobbers. And you having in reality, he's not really that entertaining. There's a reason why fucking the guy was fired in the first place or never really worked originally. Even when he went to TNA, the guy was garbage. I'm sorry. You know? When he had like more creative freedom or something, I don't care. So that's why I would say, just it's both people. Just a little my thoughts, you know what I mean? Just a little bit of, you know, talk about wrestling and stuff, because, you know, just talk about the situation, this, you know, this issue in wrestling. So yeah, just a little my thoughts about the Undertaker character. Sadly won't work in wrestling today. It is true, but, you know, looks who's fucking speaking of it, because, you know, he helped cause this problem. And now you got these fucking fans that think this stupid shit, that wrestling evolved. No, it hasn't evolved. It's just the, you know, you guys think it evolved. It's your mentality. It's your dumbass thinking this way. Wrestling always has been about fucking, you know, characters and stories. And, you know, guess what? Even if you have that shit, and you continue the same way how you, like the matches back in the day, when you didn't need to do all this flippy shit, I guaranteed you, it would be less of a problem than it is now. If you actually fucking make matches, like, you know, not too fucking dumb, you know, when you're having wrestlers kick out of two of everything, and matches being long and shit, you make it straight to the point, and you leave the pay-per-views to actually be more, you know, I guess, you know, eventful, but you still don't really have, like, wrestlers who, like believable to kick out of two of, like, pile drivers. Like, literally, like, you're seeing midgets, and even females kicking out of pile drivers or power bombs to the table. It's believable when an Undertaker would kick out a power bomb, you know, if, you know, Batista power bombed the Undertaker through a table, you know, and kicking out of two. It's more believable because you made the fucking character look believable to kick out of that shit. You know what I mean? And especially when these wrestlers actually worked hard for the finishers. Like, finishers not even finishers anymore. That's the fucking thing, too. False finishes? Like, who the fuck cares about these finishers? That's the problem in wrestling now. So, that's just a little about my thoughts. And, you know, that's what I have to say. I think I pressed my case, you know. Just really, like, yeah. Why Undertaker's character won't work today is because, unfortunately, wrestling nowadays, it just sucks, man. Everything sucks now. You can't do anything anymore. And, like, big part of it is the fans, and big part of it is because, you know, these dumb wrestlers that think wrestling evolve. It's just, they're making it worse. The Undertaker, Mark Calloway gets, I hate to fucking act like a smart, saying his fucking name. You know, I do feel like, because it's such an insider term, you know, smart think they're insiders, like, Mark Calloway. It's not Undertaker, it's Mark Calloway. But, like, you know, the man, the actual Undertaker, you know, the guy behind the character, he gets it, because he actually fucking, you know, was back in the day where he actually learned wrestling, you know, actually learned, like, what the business is about. He gets that shit. We need more people like that. We don't, unfortunately. They just want to fucking think, like, oh, let's fucking entertain 10 people instead of entertaining 50,000, you know what I mean? What does that fucking tell you nowadays in wrestling? Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna say. I'm getting my mouth fucking dry, but, you know, that's what I'm gonna say, you know. I'm just keep it real, people. Oh shit, you know, I don't got the gains, but I got a Coca-Cola wine glass to drink with, and, you know, fucking bitch a big black couch, make them go, shit, I'm guaranteed you. Give a fucking bitch a soda styles glass, you know, fucking big black couch, that's good shit. Well, you know, you ain't gonna do that with this corona. But I'm telling you, you know, you wanna fucking make sure a bitch comes over to, you know, get fucked, just seduce her with Coca-Cola in a stylish glass. That's what I have to say. Yeah, that's what I done gotta say, people. Until next time, peace, yeah, bye.